Hi, this is very off the cuff stuff right now. It is like almost 1 in the morning, and I gotta chut out over the X-Men cast. I never thought I'd do like fandom specific stuff in like on this channel, but here I am. I'm gonna talk about some Marvel stuff and nerd out because I feel like it. This is my channel. Yeah, I know there was an Vision Quest trailer. It looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Same with Doomsday, but I think the real headline here is X-Men. I'm very picky about this stuff. I like the X-Men quite a bit. They're the ones I grew up on, as opposed to like Spider-Man or like all that other stuff. I grew up on X-Men stuff, so I'm very specific about this. I guess spoiler alert for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I know it's been out for a few weeks, but and it's also, oh my god, it almost made like $2 billion or something. So I'm just gonna say spoiler alert anyway. Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey, and she's gonna be back in this. I am pretty okay with that. I'm not gonna lie. I like her casting on paper, but the issue is that I don't like how they wrote her in Spider-Man. I thought she was a little bit too evil. Again, I will let that all go if we have a good redemption arc and it's like done well in this movie. I am very much okay with that. For the most part though, a lot of this cast, I'm just looking off of it on my phone. It like just got revealed now. I'm not gonna lie, most of them are pretty much big hits with me. So I'm gonna go through them like on the list here one by one. Just got them on my phone here. Kit Connor playing Cyclops. I don't think I've seen him in a lot of things. I had heard his voice in The Wild Robot, and then I'm pretty sure he was like one of the many people in that movie Warfare. But I'm gonna be honest, you could get like a generic white guy for Cyclops, and you'd probably nail it. I like James Marsden as Cyclops, even though, as you know what, I'll say this anyway. This is gonna be a different approach for the X-Men in the MCU. Very Gen Z, people my age. I'm not gonna lie, was not used to that. So I'm pretty. I gotta get used to it, but I'm okay with Kit Connor as Cyclops. I'm curious to see how it goes. We already knew Samara Weaving as Emma Frost. I'm pretty sure that was like pitch perfect in terms of like looking at the comic panel going to the screen. That's like pretty one to one there. I'm pretty happy about that, but that was revealed a few weeks ago. Like same with Kit Connor as well, although that was like much more recent. All right, and now we have the new stuff where I'm just going to get the one that I don't really love out of the way, and that is Professor Charles Xavier. I do not love Christopher Abbott being the choice for this. I like him as an actor. I like him as an actor to the point where I'm pretty sure he's gonna surprise me. I would love to be proven wrong on this 2 years from now because it's coming out in like May 2028. Like, you know, like the first weekend of May. Sometimes how they usually do it. I This one is kind of the one that was like, yeah, I don't like that. I would have preferred Patrick Wilson. That's my personal call, but that's okay. I would love to be proven wrong by him once we know more about the story. Storm is actually being played by a newcomer, at least to film. I'm pretty sure she's a Broadway actress named Maya Boyd. That's great. I was really feeling like you kind of need a newcomer in there somewhere, and I think Storm, being that character being played by a relative newcomer to the world of like film in general, that's a great call. I really hope that she's in Black Panther 3. Not to like nerd out or anything, but now that movie's coming out after Black after this X-Men movie. So now what you could do is, if they're gonna weave in different mutants throughout the next MCU movies, which I kind of got a feeling they're gonna do that. If they're gonna like lean into the X-Men more and more, like how Jean was in Brand New Day, I am more than fine with that approach. I just hope they're written a little bit better than what happened with Jean. I'm gonna save the bombshell for last, only because I'm looking at the Marvel Studios tweet that they just put out for it, and it says Adam Driver is playing Nathaniel Milbury, which, just if you don't know, that is Mr. Sinister's alias. So Adam Driver is playing Mr. Sinister. That is pretty great. I know they've been talking about like, oh yeah, Adam Driver's been wanting to get into the MCU, or at least like Kevin Feige's been trying to get him into it for years now at this point. I'm pretty sure he was like in the running to play Reed Richards before Pedro Pascal played him. So like it's for a few years now they've been wanting to play him, wanting to get it on that. And him as Mr. Sinister. I'm gonna put up pictures of like, you know, like the actor playing the character and then the character. That's pretty close too. I would have loved personally John Hamm. I think that is like the Samara Weaving as Emma Frost, like out of this cast, but also like in the past, that's like a Hugh Jackman as Wolverine thing to me. That's pretty perfect to me. I understand that time has passed, but what can I do? I'm very much down to see Adam Driver in more movies and preferably good ones. Did you see Megalopolis? That was I walked out of it, so technically I didn't even see that one. And the bombshell from this one, the one that threw everybody off, I think it certainly threw me off, and a great plot twist for for this little Disney Marvel panel. Rogue is being played by Indy Navarrete, which I guess like maybe it's a galaxy brain play of yeah, because Indy had met with the director of X-Men, Jake Schreier, who directed Thunderbolts, which good call on that by the way. She had said that she wanted to play Mystique, and that's the rumor that everyone kind of ran with for this. And then the weird scoops started coming about of it was a weird war between Kaylee Spaney and Odessa Zion playing Rogue, but never mind because Indy Navarrete is playing Rogue. I think I'm okay with this. I will say if it kind of goes wrong, my immediate thought went, "Oh, maybe it was a stunt casting thing." I'm not gonna lie. Like that's a possibility. But also, did you see Obsession? Personally, I am like I mean, I'm not all for it, but I'm down for it. I would have personally preferred Odessa Zion. I guess that's a hot take in the MCU fandom, but I am very much down for Indy Navarrete playing Rogue in this. I think that would be pretty fun. But yeah, that's like the X-Men news that came out. I'm pretty happy with it if I'm being honest. Like Professor X casting aside, Christopher Abbott is a good enough actor in the movies that I've seen him in that he could probably play him well. Again, I had to get used to Sadie Sink playing Jean Grey and the way that character was written for Spider-Man. I can get used to this. It's you got to keep your mind open, but also you do have those preconceived notions of who you want to play a comic book character. Like the whole thing was, I was really hoping for Jamie Lawson to play Storm. Doesn't always happen, but to be fair, my fan cast for Sue Storm was Vanessa Kirby before that happened. So I don't know. I can dream. Now, my question is will Bill Metzger be in X Men? Because he was in Spider Man. After that, he said that, oh, like it was said that he went missing. I think he is going to be in X Men and possibly working with Nathaniel Milbury. Just gonna put that in quotes there. No, I just felt like rambling about this. If you want me to ramble more about like MCU Marvel stuff, I have been hyper fixated on that for at least 15 years now. Oh my god. Yeah. No, I've been hyper fixated on Marvel and the MCU for like 15 years. So, it also helps that I'm an extra in the Avengers, which I don't think I've ever said on this channel, but that's where it started. Call me a shill. I'm already there. Okay, the video is done. Bye.